So now the songs on the new disc seem a little less Thin Lizzy than the first album. Like you guys are maybe finding your foot songwriting wise.
I mean, I appreciate the intent of what you're saying. You know, man, all I can tell you is that there was really no intent to get away from Lizzy, to be more Lizzy. The thing that's kind of hard to explain to anyone, musicians and just music fans alike, it's not like we sit down and go, okay, we need to write a song and make it sound like Thin Lizzy. We just don't. We just come up with riffs. Somebody's got a riff, we go, oh, that's cool. Man, Ricky plays great guitar, as you know, from the Almighty. He came up with a lot of the riffs on this record. The Killer Instinct, that was his riff. He was playing it about 250 beats per minute fast, you know. I was like, hey man, if you could slow that down, that could be really killer. So I think the things that people really classify as Lizzy have a lot to do with the harmony guitar bits and some of the vocal phrasing that Phil Lynott was so unique for and so famous for, that Ricky is also very capable of and very, very good at. Those are the two things. I think it would surprise you to find out that a lot of that harmony guitar stuff, man, we don't put on until the very end. You know, like that melodic theme to the Killer Instinct that starts the whole record. Man, I mean the very last day of tracking guitar parts, I put that part on there. Scott and I kind of worked it out, and you know, you would think that was written right from the very beginning, but it wasn't. We did that right at the last minute. And that's when Nick and the band are like, oh yeah, that could have been on Black Rose or, you know, Johnny the Fox or something like that. So it's fun, man. It's a lot of fun.
I don't know if we kind of answered this, but at first listen, just like one spin, I liked the first album a lot better, and I started talking to people on, you know, social media, and the general consensus was that the writing on this disc is more cohesive.
And I think it's definitely more cohesive. I think Nick really brought the sound of the band to a more developed place. It just took a lot more time. We had more time this time than we did with Kevin. Kevin, that first record, man, was 12 songs in 12 days. That's almost cruel and unusual punishment, man. It is. That's a little aggressive. So we had, you know, just over 3 weeks this time. So it was a lot more interaction with the rhythm section. Robbie and Jimmy both played out of their shoes on this record, man. They did such an amazing job, and I think that's the foundation of the whole sound, man. You know, you got to give a lot of credit to that. Those guys played.
You start looking at Jimmy's bio, and you're like, oh man, he played on that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Fiona. I remember.
Oh man,
Fiona.
Jimmy's resume is one of the most impressive and longest resumes of just about anybody I know, and that's something. For
and
me
a Pennsylvania guy too.
He's a Pennsylvania boy. Yeah, but I will say, man, and I called Jimmy when I got the final mastered version of the album. I said, bro, this might be the best studio album you've ever made in your life. I mean, he's such a pro. He's so musical. He contributes to the songwriting with how he transitions from the parts, man. He's so great. Definitely the guy for this band.
Now, we kind of answered it because it was Scott's song. Soldier Town seems very Thin Lizzy to me.
Well,
even though
I think,
you said that.
You know, look, man, Ricky, you got to remember something. Ricky is from Belfast, Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
He's from Ireland. He grew up in the Troubles in the 70s. He was I mean, I still, after knowing the guy and being his brother now, it's like I still can't fathom what it must have been like to grow up and live like that. So, you know, Ricky's writing about things he knows about. He's writing about from where he's from situations and stories that he's either lived or heard as a youngster, as a young adult, you know, all of that moving forward. So it's authentic. There's no, we need to write something that sounds like Emerald. We need to write something that sounds like Black Rose. No. Scott came in with a killer riff that was Celtic in its essence. So that's gonna, you know, that's got a foot in some of the Lizzy.
And you get up in the day and you got a bill you got to worry about and your car don't start. You don't got people bombing you on your way
No,
to work.
dude, it was a different experience for people growing up in Northern
Right.
Ireland, and it's lasted for decades, you know. So
I was just imagining the other day, I'm like, oh, I got all this going on, and I'm like, I don't gotta run down to Beirut, or
no.
I don't live in a place where a cheetah's gonna take me out on the way to the plane, you know?
Well, you know something, you and I have known each other a long time, and we've talked about lots of bands and lots of music and lots of songs and lots of lyrics, and I gotta say, man, that the lyrical content, the integrity that Black Star Riders is establishing itself as having, as a band, as a sound, as songs, I'm very proud of. The band is very proud of, and I think we should be proud of it, man, because it's not just your typical, you know, love lyrics or relationship lyrics, you know.
And you work in the U.S.
There's a little of that. What was that?
Something that Thin Lizzy didn't always do, work the U.S.
Well, it was tough for them, man, for two reasons. One, they only had really one song that they were known for over here. And secondly, they were so huge in Europe, especially in the UK, Scandinavia, and some
Right,
parts
that's
of
where your
Eastern.
bread's buttered.
Yeah, man.
So now, is it true you guys have a song about Charles Manson?
Yeah, Charlie, I Gotta Go.
Strange song.
Really strange song.
Almost doesn't fit into the set.
Well, you're the first person I've ever heard say that.
I was like, this doesn't belong in the disc on the way over
Wow. Well, I
Is
tell you
it
what,
just a
man, but
curveball,
it's
or?
no curveball, no curveball. I mean, man, that song we just played it all over the UK, and it was one of the best received songs.
Really?
Oh yeah, man, people love it. They love it. They love the groove of it. And you know, word's getting around that it's the story of essentially a guy that found himself part of the Manson clan in the late '60s. He got involved for the free sex and the drugs and the peace and love
And
and all
now he's
that.
running my camera.
And yeah. What's up? What's up, Charlie? You know, the guy joined to be a part of all of that, and all of a sudden things got very dark very fast, and he just essentially says, "Hey, Charlie, I gotta go. This is not for me." It's a genius lyric, man.
So now, what's the difference between having Robbie Crane in the studio or Marco? And have you heard the Dead Daisies albums?
I have heard some of the Dead Daisies because we toured with them in the UK, and we're friends with those guys. You know, we know all those guys, and they're doing some great stuff. Robbie, we feel, first of all, you know, we love Marco, and Marco's one of the greatest bass players in rock and roll history, man. That guy's incredible. It was his decision to move on, so. You know, we had to get somebody. We had to look around and find somebody.
Hey, I'm sure you were crying when they went to Cuba. That must have been amazing.
I don't know
The
what
Dead
you're talking
Daisies
about.
went and played Cuba.
Oh wow, that's cool, man.
Yeah, with John Corabi, I believe.
Wow,
Another
good for them.
Philly boy.
That's awesome, man. I know John. John's a Nashville boy now. too, so-
I believe Johnny's godfather.
Wow, that's incredible.
Johnny did, yeah.
How about that? Alex Richter, a veritable plethora of information. Robbie Crane, he wears his bass lower. He's got a meaner sound. Plays Ampeg tube amplifiers, old school 810 cabinets, P bass. It's a better fit for us, I think. It really is, man. He brings a little more of a kind of straight ahead rock simplicity in the sonic element of it, but he's also very musical and you know, really passionate, man, about finding the right holes to move around as opposed to just trying to play a lot.
Yeah, I think we saw Marco's last show or second to last show in Philly.
Oh yeah. You know
And
what,
Robbie
you're right.
was on the road with
Yeah,
you.
Robbie came out and Marco was amazing, man. You know, he kind of walked Robbie through all the songs, and you know, we're grateful to Marco, man. He made it a smooth transition.
I went and saw Marco play with Kiss. They opened Kiss Def Leppard, and he was thrilled to see me. He's like, "Oh, you got to meet my new band." And Richard Fortus went and got me a guitar pick, and
Yeah, man. We love
Yeah.
Richard Fortus too, man. I
Yeah.
love
another Thin Lizzy.
those guys. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
So now, the Black Star Riders, which I probably have a bootleg
Boom.
of.
Yeah.
Is that a bootleg?
That looks like a bootleg.
you seem to kind of be involved in every step of the way with this.
What do you mean?
Like, you were there for all the recordings. You didn't, say, oh, you brought a song in, or were you part of every...
Oh, no, listen, bro. Here's the thing. Black Star Riders is a band. It's not a project, okay? I've been in 2 bands in my life. Brother Kane and Black Star Riders. Everything else has been a project, man. Everything. Slave to the System, Red Halo. Whiskey Falls was a band. That was a band, but it wasn't like...
Witness?
We lived
Witness?
together. That was a project, man. They Witness got that record deal, made the record before I even got on board.
Right,
You know,
yeah.
I had no
At
emotional
least you made the album.
involvement with that. Actually, I did not.
Your photo was
My
on
photo,
it.
oh,
Yeah.
my photo made it, but my guitar
Yeah.
playing didn't. So, yeah. So, no, the 5 of us are involved with every aspect of it, man. You know, the writing, the planning.
So you guys all write
Sure.
together generally?
Well, no, Ricky and I write most of it. Ricky and I write most of the stuff together, but I just mean, we're always playing stuff for the guys and getting their input, and, you know, it's important to us that they're excited about it. It's not like we show up and, we're not Noel Gallagher
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
look, guys, this is the song, this is what you're gonna play, end of. That works for some bands. That's just not what we ever had any intention for this to be. We want it to
Right.
be something that everybody's involved.
So now, how long will the Plain theme continue?
You have to ask Ricky about that. That's his baby right there. Him and Scott. That's their baby.
So they're the artwork guys?
Well, no, they're the World War I
Yeah.
and II classic pinup girl.
Well, when you come out and
That's
play
their
in the
thing.
Snoopy outfit, okay,
I
from
guess,
the
yeah.
Sopwith County.
No, they're passionate about that, man. And, artwork has never been something I've really cared a whole lot about. Just take a look at those weird Brother Kane album covers. Man,
Let's see,
I'm very busy. I'm
We
very
have a new
fulfilled.
faceless band. Let's just put a smudge on the cover.
Yeah, exactly. How
So
about it?
now, how much do you miss the Coop out on the road with Motley Crue yet? And what do you think of Chuck's Bisto Blanco and Tommy's I'm an Alien?
I miss Coop all the time, but I get to see him a lot. There's always little things that pop up where he needs somebody to step in and fill in. I played with him over New Year's Eve this year. It was great. Chuck was there, Glenn was there, Nita was there. We had a great time.
Nita's Monster.
Nita's a monster. We love Nita. We love her very much, man. That band is my family. All those guys. Ryan, Carrie,
Ryan's taking your golf game with Coop.
Yeah.
So one got it plays.
Yeah, man. He's I think I miss the golf more than I miss anything, man. My handicap has skyrocketed over the last couple of years. 'Cause I just don't. I don't know.
I left Atlantic City at I got back to Philly at 7 a.m. I left early from the shows they did at the Borgata. And I just stopped at a light and looked at my phone, and Ryan was already on the golf course with Coop in
Oh yeah, man.
Connecticut.
Those guys don't mess around. I mean, we didn't mess around when I was in the band. It was up early. That's the only way you can get it in. I want to catch your other part of your question.
Did you hear
We
Chuck's
love-
album?
Of course, dude.
And
I
how
heard all
about,
that stuff before it came out.
Tommy's stuff.
Great. Those
Tommy's
guys are
album's
making great
amazing.
records. They're making great records, man.
Tommy's working with McMars now too.
Yeah, bro, those guys are. Look, Alice has always had great bands, and the reason the bands are great is because it's compiled of guys that are diverse. They're not just a guitar player. They're not just a bass player. They write songs. They can sing. They can produce. They can do all kinds of things. So, I just think ultimately it's another testament to
I learned
Alice.
2 things very interesting from Tommy.
What's that?
One, that he would not cut his hair so he didn't get the Joan Jett gig. Ryan told me that one. And what was the other one? Escapes me now, but they were really funny.
That he lives in Switzerland now?
Yeah, he lives in
Yeah.
Switzerland.
Yeah.
And his manager, who owes him a lot of money, lives there. And he'll say it on camera, I'm going to beat him up if I see him in Switzerland.
Wow. Listen, man, we love all those guys. We love Tommy.
Oh, he
his
was
family.
Ryan's tech. He was Ryan's guitar tech.
Oh, that's
Dallas.
right. Yeah, a long time ago. Yeah, pretty wild, man. Pretty wild.
So now, you just came back from Europe. you got the trio out. You've got the Monsters of Rock cruise. Is this the band's first cruise?
Yeah, well, we did a couple cruises actually in Europe last year, but this is our first time to do the Monsters of Rock cruise, which is one of the great ones, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
So are there bands that you're looking forward to seeing on there? I mean, you toured with Europe.
Well, yeah, I mean, listen, I'm looking forward to just seeing all of our friends, man. You know, we've got friends in Queensryche, we've got friends in Tesla. I'm looking forward to talking with Tom Kiefer, who I had a great couple phone conversations with, but never really talked with him much
Mother
in
lives in
person.
Nashville,
Yeah, man. So it's
And Jimmy's
Really
old
good.
band, Y&T. Well,
Yeah,
Dave
definitely.
Manichetti still was
yeah,
there.
Dave's on there. So yeah, man, it's those kinds of things. I'm sure other musicians have told you. It's like a great reunion, you know, because
Right.
everybody's always on tour. Everybody's always in different parts of the world. You hardly ever get to see anyone unless you go to a show to see them.
Right.
So the fact that everybody's on a boat together is gonna be
So,
great.
what after that? More touring?
Headed right back to Europe, man. Festivals are kicking off. We have an incredible slot at Download this year. We're going on right in front of Marilyn Manson. Just a huge testament to, you know, the impact that the Killer Instinct has had,
Right.
particularly in the UK.
He's doing the U.S. with the Pumpkins.
Yeah, that's going to be a big tour. It'll be good to see those guys again, Twiggy and Manson, because I did that short run with Alice.
Yeah, I saw him with Alice last year.
Yeah.
When Ori was with them.
Yeah, so that'll be, it's gonna be great. But, I mean, we're playing everywhere, man. We're in Prague, we're in Germany, we're in Austria, we're in Scandinavia, there's a
Wow.
Marrakesh. We're
Are
gonna
we
be
going to
down
see
there.
you back in the U.S.?
That's the goal. We want to. We want to.
But is it a matter of package, or would you go out?
We'd rather be on a package. We need to be on a package, you know. We need to get in front of people.
Then Lizzy, Coop, and Kiss.
That'd be amazing. The problem is Gene Simmons is not gonna write a check for that opening act.
I just saw that Chuck played the Whiskey, and Nita and Ori both showed up.
Yeah, it's so cool, man.
All right, before I close, I have a little something in my pocket for you.
What you got, bro?
We got a ZZ Top Eliminator button for the lapel.
What? Is that a little something for your lapel, Holmes? Wow, dude, look at that. Thank you.
And this is the actual, it's broken, but it's the keychain, but it can be hung by a necklace.
Dude, I've got thousands of those little keychain things I can put on this. Dude, that is so kick-ass. Look at that. Just like those hot girls.
Ow.
Just like those hot girls in the Shark
Yeah.
Next Man video from 1984.
Legs video.
Yeah. That's killer, man. Thank you, brother.
Oh,
That's very thoughtful of
absolutely,
you.
man,
Thank you,
absolutely.
man. Thank you.
So in closing, is there anything you want to say to our I guess our viewers and your fans? Ryan goes like this. I had all three guitarists on a bed doing the interview
Yeah.
in a hotel room. And he goes, hey, you know, Alex was my first interview, and if you're still out there watching, why?
That's a very Roxy thing to say. I love it. Hey man, I just want to say thank you. You know, we all feel, the guys I'm with here in my trio, the guys in Black Star Riders, we all feel like we're very fortunate, man, that we get to keep doing this. We get to keep playing music for a living, support our families. We get to keep, you know, following our bliss. You know, I feel like that this music picked me. I didn't pick it. Like, I have to do this no matter what. So the fact that there are people that are interested, that buy the records, that come to the shows, and it's the only way we get to keep doing this. So
Right.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Genuinely, thank you, all of you, very much. Thank you.
So guys, enjoy. Thanks.
Boom.